Kentucky Dragway, Clay City, Kentucky. This will be my second time run. On the first one we went at 1468. See if we can do a little better this time. We got the nitrous turned on, but we don't know if we're going to use it or not. I might hit it in high gear. In the first run, I messed up bad. Took off in second gear because I thought the car might actually run out in first and shift itself, but it didn't. Now we'll do a little drag racing. Let's pull her on up here in the stager. See what this black Camaro over here is going to do. I believe he's a V6 car. If I use a squeeze, we ought to be able to take him. Restaged. Nitrous in first gear, I think we could have had him. For sure. For sure. I don't even know if we got that much nitrous. He beat me. We'll let him squeeze in here. Go ahead, bro. I don't cut in front of nobody that beats me, cuz. Turn lane here at Kentucky Dragway. It used to be called Mountain Parkway Motorplex for freaking 25 years because it's up here in the mountains in eastern Kentucky. Clay City, Kentucky is the name of the little town. Here is the Clay City's finest. 5-0. Why 5-0 needs to sit on the return road, I do not know, because if you go more than 25 miles an hour on this thing, not only are you going to tear your car all to hell, but you're probably going to hit a freaking barrier or a boulder or gosh damn, who knows what. Oh, pardon the French. What's up, brother?
15-13 that time, bro.
No shit.
Yep.
Worse, huh? Slow down. Goddamn. And took off in first gear that time. Who knows, man? Okay guys, that was it for the second time run. I don't know how to turn the camera around or anything like that. I'm kind of stupid about this technology stuff, but anyway, this is my channel. Mine and my son's anyway. Country Boys Racing Channel. Country Boys Racing Channel. Boys with a Z, B-O-Y-Z, Country Boys Racing Channel with a Z. And you can find us. We got quite a few videos up. I did a 3-video series, technical series on how to cut the front clip off of a SN95 Mustang, and I chose to bolt mine back on versus welding it. That way, if I want to buy a tube chassis for the front end of it later, I can, and I can put a fiberglass one-piece nose on the front, all that kind of crap, you know. So we'll see. But anyway, like I said, I took off in second gear on the first run, and it sucked. So when I realized that I took off in second gear, I went ahead and hit the freaking nitrous button. So it actually picked the speed up on the car. It went a 1468, which is faster than the car has ever went on just motors. I don't know if you're familiar with these old 4.6s and these 94 to 98 Mustangs, but they were 210 horse all the way up to 1998 was the last year of this body style, and they gave it a whopping 225 horse that year, which was solely due to changes in the ECM, the way I understand it. So it is what it is. But anyway, these little cars run like 1505, 1509, right out of the factory. So if you bought a stick car and you were a hell of a gear banger, I know a couple of people like in Motor Trend, I saw a 1497 like on a 98 model, so you know that guy was a really good driver. But these cars don't have high 14s in them, not on most days in their life, not even on a cold day. Most days, if the damn thing's running perfect in factory tune and you've got you a good cold air intake on it, and you've got the 6 factory catalytic converters removed, and you know, either some open exhaust or just a couple of flow masters and some 2.5-inch pipes all the way back and over the axles, which is what I got. So, and that's the only mods on the entire car, period. It's got 9mm Blue Max spark plug wires, a fender well cold air intake from SR Performance, and 2.5-inch BBK H-pipe, and Flowmaster 2 chambers, and 2.5-inch pipe over the axles and out the tail. It's got the factory 327 gear ratio, I think is what it is, and stock condition, the way it is now, it's a pig. You know, like I said, usually it'll run this car has 318,000 miles on it and doesn't use but a half a quart of oil between oil changes. And we're talking 7,000 miles. I use full synthetic 5W20. I'm not gonna say what brand, but watch Chris Fix's video on synthetic oil comparisons, and you'll see the one that wins, and that's the one that I use, and you won't believe which one wins, but watch it. Anyway, it's worth watching. And it's the most cost-effective full synthetic oil out there. Anyway, and I swear by it. I've drained it out after 7,500 miles, and the stuff still looks new, golden. But anyway, like I said, this car's usually got, with all these miles on it and the 2 mods on the car, you know, fender well cold air intake, you know, 2.5-inch exhaust with an H pipe all the way back, 9mm spark plug wires. I do have a high performance fuel pump in it, 500 GPH, plus I do have a adjustable 1-to-1 fuel pressure regulator on the car, because I have a Nitrous Express mainline system on it, mainline nitrous system. It's a wet kit, and I've got the 150 shot jets in it, and when you use the nitrous, it'll take this car a full 1.25 seconds down. It'll usually run a 15.5 on its own on motor. You know, it'll run a 14.25 on squeeze if I hold the button all the way down the track. But I don't like to hit the button in first gear. I just feel like it's kind of hard on parts, hard on everything, especially since the motor's got 318,000 miles. But I probably ran 7 tanks of nitrous through this thing, and it hasn't changed the personality of this motor one bit. It doesn't use any more oil, it doesn't make any noise, it doesn't do anything different. I mean, I did put the auto light 2-step colder nitrous plugs in it. I can't remember the number of them right now. I think it's AR90 or something like that, if I'm correct. I think I'm right. My son knows it anyway, he picks them out. But anyway, that's the auto light 2-step color nitrous plug for the 4.6. they helped a lot. Plus, I got an air fuel ratio gauge. It's a narrow band. It's not a wide band. The gauge, the bung, and the O2 sensor, which by the way was a Bosch O2 sensor. The whole setup only cost me like $42. And like I said, it's narrow band. It's not wide band. But when you kick it, within a second and a half, the thing is reading and reading accurate. Like most of the time, going down the road, highway speed, it's just sitting on 19 or 20, which we know is wrong. But you kick it to the floor and kick it back in passing gear, and give it a second, and I guess it's the increased exhaust velocity, but I do have the O2 sensor placed in the correct position, and it is in the center of the pipe sideways. I did all that stuff the right way, so I think it's just the fact that I have a narrow band sensor. But when the exhaust velocity increases, it immediately reads and reads accurate because it shoots right down to 11.4, 11.5. It's got a digital sweep gauge and a digital number. It'll go down 11.4, 11.5 is the lowest I've ever seen it, and it'll slowly walk its way up to 12.4, 12.5, 12.6, as long as you've got it on the mat. You know, when you let up, then, you know, it starts going up around 13, 14.5, 14.7, you know, and it'll ride 14.5, 14.7 for quite a few miles, you know, after you run it hard for a quarter mile or so. And like I said, I'm sure if I had a wide band, it would read accurate all the time. But anyway, they're doing the national anthem at the track now, so I'm going to shut up and bug out. And I'll try to get back with you guys during eliminations. Hopefully we make it past first round. Don't play the first round up.